Oh, God. Hello, YouTube. We are playing some Doki Doki Literature Club. And my goodness, we haven't even started and already chat is making me question whether or not this was the right decision. Oh, geez. Keep your files? Don't get attached to them. My files or my feels? Oh, no. So many surprises. Oh, no. Well, my name is Prutzy. Okay, here we go. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Can y'all read this fine? Let me look at the screen real quick. All right, nothing's covering up too much. I'm going to move this little guy over here. You're just going to drop bits into McFalco's head. Yeah. Can I shrink this? Yeah, let's shrink it a little bit. Don't want to cover too much up. All right, there you go. Okay. This may not have been the right decision. Oh, no. This game's going to kill me on the inside. Oh, no. You guys. You're not making me excited. You're making me worried. Okay. Oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Thank you to Merit. It'll be all right. Don't panic. Don't panic. Oh, no. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Prutzy.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Prutzy, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs.
I haven't been looking either.
The screen moves sometimes? What? Oh, no. That's going to be a problem because I have to do a display capture. Well, hopefully... Well, y'all will see my awful desktop at some point then. That's fine. Okay. I haven't been looking either.
Huh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
What's a NEET?
You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
All right, all right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? NEET. Not in education and no job. Not in education, employment, or training. Got it. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club, of course. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori,
Yeah!
there's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. Ugh, Sayori. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yeah, let's go!
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. What kind of a voice can I give her?
Seriously? You brought a boy?
Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ah, Prutzi, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
Huh? All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at?
If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Let's see.
You could just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Prutzi. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come, sit down, Prutzi. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious.
So Yuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything.
Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said,
well, maybe, but not for you. No, you, dummy.
All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Alright, so far this seems like pretty typical visual nonsense. Visual novel nonsense. You guys have me really worried about what's going to happen. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Now, yeah, when I say nonsense, it is adorable. It's very cute. Everything I've heard about this game has me terrified that, suddenly things are just going to explode. But, I don't know any of the specifics, just the vague details where people are like, yeah, it's the most ridiculous game in the world. It's going to blow your mind. So, if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way.
Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Nessa playing, Wonder, don't worry, the good parts will come, okay? And Pure Mika with that 9-month anniversary hype, and it's shared on my favorite Stumpt member. Ah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate all y'all's love. Drop the bears, drop the bike shorts, drop all that stuff. Okay, we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Prutzi, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
People are asking me who my favorite is. I don't have a favorite yet. Let's see. Don't forget to save. Okay. I'll remember. Remind me every now and then to save.
All right. Favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Let's see. Hey, Price. Doki Doki is a cool game. I already finished it multiple times, so I'm just stopping by. Have fun. Thanks, Techi. Have a good day. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at that minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really?
I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you?
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Oh no, alright, I'm saving right now. Because I feel like this is the game telling me what it is. It's saying like, oh, by the way, I don't know, Skull Crusher, I haven't played the game, so I don't know. I feel like the game is like slowly like underground telling me this is a surreal horror game. Get ready for surreal horror. Prepare for surreal horror. Okay.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back.
Fine, fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Huh? Well, I guess, sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too? Oh, excuse me. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Huh?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it!
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Prutzy? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought... Prutzy...
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. All right, I'm going to save here because that seems like a good saving point. Monica looks at me once more. Brutzy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Brutzy, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore. She always stayed after school for clubs. Sure. Might as well. Yeah. Alright, here, give me a second. Sorry, like I said, my arm is killing me, so I'm like, gotta get like a pillow and stuff. I think Cagley was in town, so I think we partied too hard this weekend, y'all, and now my arm is like mad at me. And let me just look at my, let me just do something real quick. Nope. There. I'm smaller. Well, I'm taking up less space. Okay. Everybody's like, yeah, do it for the cupcakes. Do it for the cupcakes. All right. Whoa, baby boy. Oh, you poor broken boy. Thank you, baby boy. It's true. I am broken. All right. With that, the two of us depart to the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, geez. All right. Oh, God, I have to... Oh, no. Hold on. All right. Oh, man. All right, yeah, so everybody's saying save. Do I need to worry about, like, super loud noises and stuff that are going to, like, destroy y'all's ears? Like, let me know of, like, some basic things that I need to prepare for. You know? Okay, anyway, it's time to write a poem. Pick the words you like, you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. All right, so I'm going to save. And we're going to save a lot. And we're going to save in a lot of different slots. So we have many, many, many different places to come back to. Okay, so there's Yuri, Sayori, Natsuki, and Monica. So I'm supposed to pick words. Let's see. Well, let's go with... Okay, so I'm going to assume that Sayori is all about cute, adorable things. And Natsuki is more about, like, I'm just going to say, like, bravery and stuff. And Yuri is more about, like, the dark and whatnot. We're going to go with the dark kind of stuff. We're going to go for Yuri because I think she was pretty, you know... straightforward with what she thinks. I'll deal it better. This game is insane. Oh, geez. With 54 save slots, you might as well. Yeah, I know, right? All right. You can't choose word for Monica. Gotcha. Let's go with... I'm going to say fantasy. Oh, God. Oh, my God. No. Oh, no. I already have an idea of what this is. Oh, no. Graveyard. Oh, what? Oh gosh, I just picked 2 in a row. Didn't mean to do that. Holiday. I'm just picking words, y'all. I don't know. Melancholy. Yeah, sure. Fireflies. Death. Vacation. Oh, dude, I'm so worried about all of this. I'm so worried about all this. Yes, I read chat, but no, I am not reading you guys to give me tips because I do not want tips. Sure, Dazzle. Horror. We know she likes horror. Man, I'm setting myself up for a jump scare or something, I know. Fear. Dude, this is crazy. All right. I'm so worried. Misery. Misfortune. Time. Let's go with a daydream. Oh my goodness. I'm so worried. Incongruent. I just like that word. That's just a good word. All right. I'm so terrified, y'all. I'm so terrified of this now. Oh, man. All right. So, glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Prutzi. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come out here and hang or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
I'll give you a second real quick. I mean, I think y'all can generally talk about the stuff. Just don't give away any details that would influence my play, if that makes any sense. Because, like, I'm assuming for y'all in YouTube, everybody, that it's probably more fun when you watch someone like me play this and get surprised by everything than to, like, prepare for stuff, right? Because if I already know what's going to happen, it's not going to be as exciting, right? So just don't, like, give away any of those details. But otherwise, you're fine to talk about, like, things like, you know, what you like about the characters or just the general stuff, right? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Prutzi always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Prutzi can become good friends too.
Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it?
Never mind.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not.
What do I do? Eh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
All right. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? Guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Uh-oh. Time to have a weird dream, I bet. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. What's this? Aw, Yuri is super cute. I know, right? They're all, like, super adorable.
We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Eh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Siri's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh. That's a good point. In that case, do you think the food will do the trick?
What kind?
Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is, then.
I'm hungry.
Cupcakes are the best. Price, what's your favorite cupcake? So, little side tangent about cupcakes for this week, because it was my birthday last week. In Portland, we have this place called Cupcake Jones, which is a very fancy cupcake place. They make all kinds of weird cupcakes, and they're filled cupcakes, right? So it's a cupcake, and then in the middle they have some kind of cream or something, like a filling. So Sarah and I went. We got a whole bunch of different cupcakes, and I got, because I love chocolate. Chocolate's my go-to sweet thing. So I got a German chocolate cupcake, a mint chocolate cupcake, and a salted pretzel cupcake. And I gotta say, German chocolate is the king of all foods. Let's see. What made him pick this game? Does he have any experience with romance-type games? I've played a few visual novels and romance-type games and whatnot in the past. Have we done some on the channel? I think we've done a couple on the channel, too. Anyway, back to the game.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Also, someone's saying Jacksepticeye did the same voices. A, that's hilarious, because I often do impressions of Jacksepticeye. B, I think the other part is that, like, I feel with anime and manga, there's always, there's, like, the archetypes, like tsundere and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like they always have, like, similar voices. So, like, with Yuri, I went for, like, a very tsundere type of voice because she looked like a tsundere character. And I think I was right on that one. Let's see. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry.
Was I wrong on that one? Oh, jeez.
Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah. I know. I want the napping club. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day?
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
Yeah?
Sayori glances around at herself.
How's it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here.
Duh.
I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair's just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think that you don't have a boyfriend yet?
Duh. That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, geez.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things.
Eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you wouldn't notice sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Oh, jeez.
Phew. That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I like this is where like a little teardrop and then like I smash into the ground like.
Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Aw, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone, let's save. Again, I don't trust this game at all. Y'all have made me horrified. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Oh, poem time. Perfect timing.
Yay! Prutzi, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Let's see. Hold on, sorry. My throat. My throat. I don't have a specific person I'm going after, MM. Oh, whoops. Nope, back. Can I not go back? Crap. I accidentally clicked on the window. I can't wait. Well, they wanted to read my poem. That's what I saw. I didn't read that line, but it was there. No back button, people say. That makes sense. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composite notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. All right, here it comes. Who would I show my poem to first? Yuri. She seemed the most macabre of everyone. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Oh, you can click the history button to read anything I missed. Okay, cool. I should have known that. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if this is a rare opportunity for her. Don't forget to save. People are saying, okay. Let's see. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm reading this because I feel like there's got to be details. Obviously, time, future, past, calm, light, bathing in the light, a ghost under the light. Is she a ghost? I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah! Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. All right. Hey! Maze Days resub! 7 months in a row. Thank you so much. Drop those bears, everybody. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Prutzi. Really? Oh, and King Bandit with a new Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much, King Bandit. Welcome. Drop them bears, everybody. Maze Days, drop them. Are those the soccer ones? The love footies? Indeed. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay. Oh, now I gotta show... Okay, so I'm gonna show it to everybody. Okay, let's, I'll save one more time. And then I think we're probably fine. Like, I probably don't need to save that often, because it didn't... I think the main thing is, like, as long as we don't go so far... Like, as long as I don't go, like, an hour without saving, I'm probably fine, right? Okay, so then let's just go down the list. Let's start with, Sayori. Okay.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Prutzi.
Huh?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I am not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. You sure you don't like it because I wrote it?
Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it.
I think I understand. Oh. All the ehs are so good? You like my anime? Eh?
I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Prutzi poem! And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. She's too adorable. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really that into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Prutzi. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this is for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
All right, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. All right. Dear Sunshine,
The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Is she secretly 5 years old? Like, that's just a cute poem. Just like,
I like morning. Morning's good. Give me breakfast. Yum.
I want breakfast too. Merritt, don't we all? Don't we all just want breakfast? Isn't that what we're all really looking for in life? Is breakfast. Oh, man. 11 out of 10 purest poems. So pure. Oh, it's too pure. All right. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast!
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Ah, yeah. But next time,
I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever.
well, I guess I look forward to it. All right. And we'll just go down the list. Natsuki next.
Prutzy, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the... Hey! Keep calm 24! Let's see. Hey, Monica, hey. Oh, I don't know any of the... I don't know what that says, keep calm, but I appreciate you nonetheless. Thank you so much for that continued support. If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about.
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, teach their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. And she didn't like my poem.
Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I would like that?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Let's see. All right, Monica, last one. Hi, Prutzy. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Prutzy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. My retinas! I know, right? There are a couple of interpretations that I could have for that poem. It's interesting. So, yeah, that's not creepy sounding at all. No, yeah, it's, like, there's part of me that interprets this as she's talking about looking through the video game at the outside world. You know what I mean? Like, I could easily see that the game is, like, being about that. Or there's all kinds of things, right? It's about, like, realization, looking through a hole. Anyway, there's a lot there. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. I'm moving my hand. I'm moving my hand. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, so Monica is the queen of advice. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all.